Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here,
The
back.
path is clear. The Forum
some more
Romanum
Expedition
is
Rome.
ours for the taking.
Let's go.
Nothing stands between us and Lurco now. Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
This is the moment we've been working towards for so long. You'd better be ready. Come on.
Really?
Respect the sanctity of the Senate. Leave now or you will regret it.
Get out of my way. Do not force my hand.
You know I cannot do that.
They can't do it because they have a sense of duty and honor. We've been waiting for you. I hoped you wouldn't come. Foolishly, perhaps.
What are you doing here?
Whatever's necessary. You have already crossed the first line. I will not let you cross the last.
Being a hero is about sacrifice. Sometimes you have to kill your principles, just like when we saved Lucia together.
I do remember what you did for me, and I'm grateful for that. Maybe you're right. But what you're doing here now, it's not right. Not even your reason for doing it is right. I have to stop you.
Sometimes you have to do the wrong thing to achieve the right thing.
Perhaps you're right. I don't know anymore.
His confidence is wavering. Keep pushing him. I think he can be convinced.
Cinerosa's counsel has brought me here, and he still stands beside me. You know he would never lead me astray.
Cineros is a Servus. He will go where you tell him to go.
Nothing has ever prevented me from leaving, Centurio. I am here because stopping Lurco is the only way to save Rome from tyranny.
I am sorry, old man. Perhaps I have misjudged. I just don't understand how you can willingly take part in this mayhem.
Don't let his silver tongue talk you into abandoning your principles, Centurio. Remember who you are, what you stand for. We will defend the Republic together.
The Republic? You killed some great men to get control of this city. Cato, Cicero, yet you left Pompeius alive. No politicians and lawyers to get in your way, only generals, military allies. Is that right?
I tried to make Cato and Cicero see reason, but they could not be convinced.
You offered them an olive branch, and they refused. Admirable. Yet, in the grand scheme of things, their deaths didn't even slow you down, did they?
What will it be, Kaizo? Will you fight beside me one last time?
Very well. I shall fight with you. But know this, the moment you turn into a tyrant, I will be the first to stop you.
Never trust a traitor, my father used to say. This will not change anything, you know. Just give up. I will let your friends go, and grant you a merciful death.
Romans, do not listen to this man. He is a traitor against our republic. He caused the deaths of countless Romans. My only goal here is to apprehend him. Mark my words, those who help him will be punished.
You dare leave your consul's side? Cowards!
You really must improve your negotiation skills.
At least you'd save the honor and standing of your family, and not be branded a traitor in the annals of history.
You thought you were always going to be one step ahead. Look who's laughing now.
No one is laughing. You think you can murder a consul in cold blood and get away with it? They will crucify you. Surely this can't be your plan. Not even you can be this reckless.
The only thing that separates recklessness from boldness is success, and I will succeed today.
Nothing you do here will change a thing. Even if I die, you lose.
You will never become a new king of Rome.
I suppose you think that honor will be yours.
Well, precisely right.
A true king is a servant of his people. You are a servant to your vengeance. That's the only reason you're here.
Enough talk. Let's finish this once and for all. My guy. Look at him, my guy. Okay.
Just one more. Should not be any trouble.
There was no glory in this battle.
Maybe we have gone too far.
History will not judge us kindly for this. Come on, let's deal with that son of a dog.
History is written by the victors. As you know, as you well know, time will make sure we get to write it.
Can you not hear the angry mob outside? Can you hear the cries of the helpless that you swore to protect? When will you understand that everything you fought for... What is happening?
The roof is falling. Seek cover!
The fury of the gods.
Is everyone all right?
We're all fine, but not everyone in here was so lucky.
We have to get out of here.
Oh, you know, will be off. He must die in the rubble.
He will pay for everything he has done.
You madman! Will nothing make you see reason? Come then, claim your vengeance.
Didn't see that coming, huh?
You still think this is all in service of common greed? Everything I did was for Rome!
He is so weak.
The beast is down, but not dead.
Still standing. Impressive.
I did.
Honor means nothing if you're dead!
Pull back! Pull back! There will always be more obstacles for me to conquer, and I will conquer them.
For what?
Why do you hit a feeble old man?
Okay, I need to play that a little smarter. I.e. kill all of the other things around him. And not open that path. Make him open the path, actually. As opposed to me. So that Medicus isn't an issue.
Service of common greed! Everything I did was for Rome!
Leave me! I'll hold them off!
If you defeat me today, you will only have to take my place. Without true leadership,
And so what? He will be a far better ruler than you. Long live the Emperor of Rome!
They get it out! I can't hold them all! I'm ready to loose as soon as I see them.
Not that I need any help, but...
Help me with this!
It's all right. You're going to live. You are most done. Get back into the fight. Why didn't I stay in Rome? Why?
Oh, that automatically happens. Okay.
there will always be more obstacles for me to conquer. And I will conquer them. Best hope for this republic! Without my efforts, you will succumb to...
Such problems are endemic to all attempts at democracy, but they can and will be conquered. Without...
Oh, that helps me immensely right there. Actually. I need to knock him down.
Come on! We have to do something they won't expect!
Does that not do any? Well, damn, that doesn't do anything to help me.
Of the world is at stake. Rome is a beacon of light in a vast...
Your arrogance is boundless. You have visited the land outside Rome, yet you have never truly experienced it.
How did I get another...
Everywhere! Aid me now, please!
Over here! Help! I have your back.
Today, you will only have to take my place. Without true leadership,
And so what? He will be a far better ruler than you. Long live the Emperor of Rome!
Charon! Is that you?
Who is Carl? Old friend?
away.
Come on.
Pull back! Pull back!
I am the best hope for this republic. Without my efforts, you will
Okay. Whew, that was difficult.
Such problems are endemic to all attempts at democracy, but they can and will be conquered. Without you, Lurco.
You've been dreaming of this since the day your father died.
Why did you kill my father? What did you have against my family?
By Jupiter's beard. When will you finally understand it never was about you or your sad excuse for a family?
Then what was
I
it?
had plans. Great plans for Rome. The Republic is crumbling, but the establishment always hates the revolutionary. Your father was a spy, a tool of the state. He fought for the status quo. I was forced to eliminate him to save Rome.
You really thought Rome would make you dictator for life? Your hubris truly knows no bounds.
Maybe. What's clear is that somebody must take charge. The point was never becoming the king. It was that Rome needed a king in the first place. Someone who could cut through the endless dogshit coming out of the Senate. The blatant tribalism, the spiteful self-sabotage, the bribery and greed. We need someone who is willing and able to make difficult and unpopular decisions.
I agree, but you're not that man.
Clearly.
Any final words?
It doesn't matter if you kill me. In fact, I'm content. You are clearly a better choice to lead Rome. It seems the part I intended my role to be in molding the first emperor of Rome. When I am dead, your reign will begin.
It's up to me to decide. Your only role is now. You're dead now. Seek my revenge.
It's finally over. It almost seems unreal.
What a relief.
Maybe now we can stop looking over our shoulder.
You have violated every single rule we set out to protect in the first place. You have killed Romans. Senators even.
I'm not proud of myself, but it had to be this
There's
way.
one thing you get to decide for yourself now.
We must submit ourselves to the judgment of the Senate, as we discussed. Only then can we begin to undo some of the damage we have caused.
I'm
Are
emperor.
you stupid? Did you hit your head in battle?
Yeah, we'll all
We
be
will
killed.
all be killed.
Not all of us. He will probably be condemned to death indeed, but we will not be punished as harshly.
We should not get punished at all. We should take over Rome and live like kings.
The Anira is right. Surrender will only lead to execution.
But... Magister... Surely morals dictate that he should surrender. Doing anything else would be immoral, and thus make him a lesser man.
He is like my own child. He would be a lesser man, but a man who is alive.
They will not just let us go. We all attacked.
Well, I certainly do not want to be executed.
May I remind you what you have just said about the expected behavior of a moral individual?
I don't consider myself a particularly moral man yet.
I don't care about the philosophy of it. If you stay here, more people will die and the chaos will never end. We don't have to turn ourselves in if you're afraid of the consequences. I'm sure Cleopatra will protect you if you flee to Egypt.
No, there's no one. No, we are the sole authority in Rome.
Please don't do this. I love you, but surely we did not stop a would-be king only to replace him with another.
My debt to you is repaid. I certainly don't owe you any support if you try to overthrow the Republic. It's clear there is no changing your mind. Perhaps this was your goal all along. Well then, this is goodbye.
I love you. If you truly believe this is the right thing to do, then I stand by you.
Good. Your love is stronger than all this.
The die is cast.
So it was that the Republic of Rome, which had long rested on an unsteady foundation, was finally torn to the ground. From the rubble rose a new, strong empire. Though the institution of the Senate was maintained for centuries to come, all power was stripped from it and granted almost in full to the new ruler of Rome. From lost Scion to Legionarius to Legatus, and finally to Emperor. The first citizen of Rome had broken with all traditions and betrayed the faith of many during his meteoric rise to power. But as much as those who once held power now loathed their new ruler, he was greatly beloved by the people of Rome, for whom life universally improved under his rule. As he built Rome up from a regional power to an empire spanning the continent, he came to be revered almost like a god. Old Cineros, the Emperor's most beloved Servus. Though he was free, he would not leave the side of his Dominus until the day he died. He lived many more years in luxury and leisure, with access to the finest works of philosophy and visited by great scholars from near and far. Freed of his domestic duties, he even found the time to author a great work of his own, a treatise on the topic of regret and forgiveness. Though its contents are lost to time, we must imagine that its completion brought him great satisfaction. Caeso left Rome with Lucia and their daughter. They traveled to Africa, as Caeso remembered the warm nights and the lush Nile Delta fondly. Here they found a place to settle and made a peaceful home for their family. Though their relationship was distant at first, their devotion to their child drew them together, and their affection for each other grew stronger through the years. To his surprise, Caeso took well to fatherhood, and soon he and Lucia had many more children. Callida's second marriage turned out considerably better than her first. With her beloved husband committed to letting her live her best life, she was happy to settle down by his side, supporting him in his endeavors as he supported her. Callida was happy to find that it was possible to be a wife and a mother without giving up the things she loved. She taught their children archery and horseback riding, and nobody ever again looked down on her for her unwomanly pursuits. Bestia stayed by the side of the Emperor of Rome, becoming the leader of a new imperial
My man!
uncompromisingly loyal. He was an enforcer as much as he was a protector, and eventually he became one of the most feared men in the Empire. As soon as things had quieted down, Bestia traveled to Africa once more to look for his sister. He did find her and bring her home, and she lived happily there for the rest of her life. Once everything had settled down, Deianira returned to her homeland in Scythia, where she reconnected with her family. She brought some of them with her back to Rome, where they settled into a life of luxury. Though they would never feel quite at home in the city, they found that it was much easier to be outsiders together than alone. Deianira always remained loyal to her friends. Claudiana lived for many more years. She had many friends in Rome, and her life was peaceful and comfortable until her final days. On her deathbed, she revealed that she had once been very close indeed with Lucullus, and that indeed the true family name of her children was Licinius. Pompeius left Rome and returned to Hispania. There he became the focal point of an effort to wrest Rome once more away from its new ruler, with an eye to restoring the lost republic. The great general and his supporters raised 10 legions and marched upon Rome, where they were destroyed in a humiliating defeat. Pompeius then fled to Egypt, where he was murdered by an unknown party upon his arrival. Defeated once more by Rome, Mithridates escaped to the lands north of the Black Sea in the hope that he could raise a new army. But the locals soon rebelled against his rule. Incapable of taking his own life by poison, in the end, Mithridates died by the sword of his bodyguard. With Zenobia in charge of Mysia, it became once more a peaceful part of the Roman province of Asia Minor. With her focus on trade and strong ties to the neighboring regions, her people enjoyed a period of great prosperity. Grateful for the mercy he had been shown, and no longer with Mithridates to tempt his greed, Damianos quickly resumed political leadership of Thracia. Here, the gladiator rebellion that had started in his school was threatening to spiral out of control. Thanks to Damianos, the gladiators were pacified quickly, and without inordinate bloodshed. Lunia's death sent Nazarmanes spiraling into a fractious conflict, as greedy elders from minor tribes attempted to fill the void her passing had left behind. Though Queen Cleopatra attempted to bring the region under control, her attentions were too divided, the conflict too great for her to manage. Rome was forced to send more legions to enforce peace and stability with an iron fist. Though Africa Proconsularis eventually saw peace again, the traditions and culture of the Berber population were lost forever. Queen Cleopatra Philopator was, from the day of her coronation, a greatly beloved queen of Egypt. Revered and admired by the population, she spent many of her days traveling up and down the Nile to visit her subjects and address their troubles and concerns. Under her rule, Egypt remained a powerful and prosperous nation and a strong ally of Rome. The fruits of the Nile flowed freely to the people of the Republic. After traveling all across Africa for many years, going wherever her instincts took her, Rhea eventually returned to Memphis and to the service of Tener at the Temple of Ubasti. When her mentor passed away, Rhea naturally assumed the mantle as High Priestess of the Cat Goddess. Though the old faith was dwindling, she was greatly beloved by many, and her temple prospered, always home to many, many, many cats. With Diwydiachus once more assuming rulership of the Aedui, the tribe maintained a strong alliance with Rome, and through it, they greatly prospered. With the aid of the Aedui, Gallia slowly unified under Roman rule, and civilization soon began to creep into those lands in the form of paved roads, aqueducts, and fortified Roman towns. In his old age, did the Druid ever regret hastening the absorption and suppression of his own faith and culture? We will never know. The once proud and strong Arverni were greatly reduced by the defeat of Vercingetorix, but his survival gave them hope. His will to make war upon Rome had been crushed, but he remained a strong figure of leadership among his people, even despite his failures. With his guidance, the tribes of Gallia remained unified and somewhat at peace, and vestiges of their culture and traditions survived their gradual subjugation under Rome. In this work, I have done my best to recount the history of this fascinating period, truthfully and accurately. As I have scoured the sources and spoken to many who claimed to have heard the story from someone who was there at the time, one thing that has stood out to me is the pivotal moments along the way where our story could have turned out very differently. Could the Republic have continued without an emperor? I believe so, if the legatus had been willing to make the necessary sacrifices. But it is clear that the personal cost would have been great, as would the risk to the highly troubled Republic in the absence of leadership. In many ways, Rome was already an empire in want of an emperor. One should always take care when second-guessing historical figures with the benefit of hindsight.
Such a true
Here
sentence.
in the present, there will never truly be a way for you to know how you might have acted if you had lived in the past. Nor can you ever be certain how history will remember you.
Such a true sentence. In the moment, you can never exactly know what's going to happen. And so judging it by those later on is very difficult. If you don't have hindsight. That was an amazing game. I'm definitely going to do, obviously, my thoughts on it after completing it. But at first, we're going to take the diplomatic route and see if we can't not deal with Rome. So that will be in the next video. So that'll be it for this episode, guys. Go ahead and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. We try to talk our way through this before we went across Rubicon. So I will see you guys later.